Welcome back, Fresh Bake. We've got another update for you from the Knothole gang, not from the Mickey and Friends parking structure, but this time from the e-ticket lounge in the Disneyland Hotel. Last week, I had promised views that we had never shown you before of Galaxy's Edge, and this is what I had intended. The last week's show got preempted, as it were, by the ABC coverage that we showed you. So what I'm going to show you today is a mix of last week's footage and some from this week, which was very light because of the rain. So it's going to wind up being, full show's worth. But this is a view of Galaxy's Edge, a very long view, and it's quite fascinating to, observe the land from this perspective. It gives you a whole another. I don't know. This is going to look pretty impressive when it's done. You'll notice though that the gap problem is much more pronounced from this angle, from this distance, and from this height. It's like the floating rocks of Pandora. But you can kind of see a true sense of scope of this project. And how, by the way, some of the attempts at forced perspective, well, they're more than attempts. I mean, it is what it is. But how they don't necessarily work from from every single perspective. And I apologize, by the way, for the grainy footage. It's shot through a tinted window, so. But there you go. That's Galaxy's Edge from the e-ticket lounge. Fascinating. Wow. It just keeps going. There we are. Finally, we're back in the hotel. All right, let's get into some regular footage from the river. This is last week, by the way, not this past weekend. I feel like the issue with the gaps is probably solved, or, solved, I don't know. It's not a big issue for me today as it was previous weeks. I think what they're doing is working, and look at that. We couldn't see those. Well, we couldn't see the progress, I should say. We could see it through the trees before, but it was covered in the green tarp. They've removed the green tarp from the front of that structure that they're building to reveal what it is that they're building. So it does look new to me, to my eyes. Boom, look at that. Okay, let's stop here for a second because I want to, again, these are things that we couldn't see before, and I want to try to identify those in the model. And it's those two guys right there. They haven't been painted yet, so I'm imagining, or I imagine that they will paint those white at some point. And here's a little bit of a closer view. By next week, when we do this again next week, I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot more. We're going to be able to see more stuff through those trees because they will be more. The buildings will be more defined. So little scaffolding remaining. Did I find something? Is that another? Yeah, that's another dome. That's a huge dome right there. I don't know if we've seen that before. That is a dome, right? There's a spire in front of it. We should be able to plot that on the model. There's not most of the spires that you see in Galaxy's Edge are in the background. There's very few that are actually in the city proper, in the outpost proper. So we should be able to plot that somewhere on the model. Now, I know that this is from a different angle and from a longer view, but I have to figure it's this one right here, because that is a similarly shaped spire that is right in front of another dome. That's cool. Another one in the background there, a little small one. I'm guessing one of those guys right there seems to be from the right perspective, a little bit further back and, behind it and to the right of the other dome, the larger dome. Hard to say. Look at that, there's more. I don't think we noticed those either. Domes everywhere, man. Big domes, little domes. Now, we're not going anywhere. We are doing our usual parting shot here, but we're going to cut to next week, or this past Saturday, for a few shots that we got. This is from Chip and Dale's treehouse. Just to see if not much has been happening here of late. Here's a closer look. They are still working on that dome sprouting out of that spire. But like like all the other areas around the land, very little scaffolding left anywhere. They are pretty much there. I think it's I don't know what else they have left to do, really, exterior-wise. Now this is interesting, though. I got this from the ground in Toontown, and I guess they're not going to do anything about that. It just fascinates me that they would go just part of the way there and then not finish it. Anyway, here's the rainy coverage of Galaxy's Edge from Saturday from the Mark Twain. If for no other reason, it's fun to shoot in the rain and to look at Galaxy's Edge in the rainy conditions. By the way, for those who commented in yesterday's video, the construction update from around the park, they were commenting on my voice and how sick I sounded. I'm better now. I was pretty sick for a couple days, yeah, but I was able to power through. But I'm a little bit better today, so hopefully, I don't know, I guess my voice doesn't sound as bad as it did yesterday, I'm thinking. Still sounds like an FM DJ, though. Much to the delight of Liz. She digs my raspy FM DJ voice. Right now she's laughing in the background at me as I do this. And with the sight of that train at the Disneyland Railroad, I will say goodbye to you for today, guys. That'll do it for our Galaxy's Edge update this week. Thanks for watching. Please do remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. I'd give you a great big mind hug if you did. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Fresh baked. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Fresh baked!